Hello, friends. I'm Karina Chin with karinaStamps.com, and I want to welcome you today to my So Refreshing Technique card class. Now, normally my class is done through a private Zoom class, and I thought it might be fun to start doing them once a month on YouTube and Facebook as well. So if you're watching for the first time, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Put it in the chat, and if you have any questions, I'll try to catch the comments. I find sometimes when I'm stamping with Facebook and YouTube streaming into them, I don't always see the comments, so I'll sure try my best. Now, what I'm featuring today with my technique card class, I've been running it for a couple of years, probably since COVID. And what we do every single month is we pick a stamp set, and it usually has a die. We usually pick a bundle, and then I design 3 cards based around it. And you have the option to order the set if you want. Usually I recommend it if you want to take the class. And if you place a $35 order, I will send you the card kits. So same thing goes. If you watch the class, think it's fun, and you live in Canada, and you place a $35 order, then you can get the cards for the class that I'm showing you tonight. Now, my class is always on the last Tuesday of the month, unless something comes up and I have to move it. And next month it's going to be Little Monkey Bundle, which is the stamp set and the punch. So I thought those were super cute. And I usually have the girls, we have a private Facebook group set up, and they get to vote on what stamp they want to use. Now I am using the So Refreshing bundle tonight. So it's $68.25. And you can actually order it in a starter kit. If you don't have a starter kit, might be a good idea. Kathy's here. Hello. And hello, Kathy. Hello, Joanne. I thought I'd be all by myself tonight. Okay, if you guys have questions, let me know. If I get stuck, you guys can help me out. Okay, so these are the 3 cards that we're going to be making tonight. And before I start, let me just see if anyone else. Oh, hello, Karen. How are you from Texas? Welcome. Thank you for watching my video tonight. So I've got a few people watching. That makes me really happy. So like I said, my technique card class also includes PDF tutorials. You get the 3 card kits, and as well a private class or a video that you can watch after the fact. Now, if there's people in the States watching who are interested in the kits, I would love to team up with a US demo and trade a class. I think that would be a great idea. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first thing I do when you get card kits from me is I always have the date of the card class, if there's a Zoom meeting, the Zoom code, or if there's a YouTube link, what the YouTube stamp night is. And then I always put the basic supplies needed in this little piece of paper. And then something new I've started for this group is I've started doing technique cards. Now, I used to do this years ago. I had to dig out my old album with project. I think these were even Project Life cards. That goes back quite a ways. This is an old album that I had decorated. And look at, these are some of the old techniques that we used to do. And I just kind of filled them in here just quickly. And then this was a mini album that I had done. This was a class from, many years ago. But I'm going to buy myself a new album and start a brand new technique binder. So I always give you the instructions. And then when we get to the technique card, you'll have 2 pieces of vellum that you can stamp on it and then put one in your technique binder, and then we'll make 1 card today. So the technique tonight is the coloring vellum technique. Okay, the next thing that I do is I always give you all your pieces in an envelope, so you have to carefully pull them out. Now, which one do you think? Oh, let me give you a sneak peek, just in case you are brand new watching me and you want to see something cool. This is going to be a house card that we're going to make tonight. Look how it opens up. And this design was off of a video. Well, I saw the picture first, and then I went to a video done by Bridget Keeling. Now, it's probably Brigitte. I'm probably saying it wrong. She is in Germany. She's a German demonstrator that I met actually on the Norwegian Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, and she was really nice. and I saw her card that she posted, and then I watched her video, but it's in centimeters using a different size of cardstock. So I really wanted to make it. She based hers on a swap that she got. So I went and spent a whole bunch of time to figure out the measurements that we need to work for our cardstock here in North America. So I've got that done for you. I'll show you how to cut the card base, and then we'll do some other fun stamping as well. We're going to do a shaker card tonight and then the technique card. So I thought that was kind of fun. You know what? Maybe since I started talking about this, maybe we'll just make this card. Let's just make this card first, don't you think? And I'll try to watch the comments. This is the only thing I don't love about YouTube and Facebook is I have to pay attention. Oh, and Karen's saying it's very hot. I can imagine, Karen. You know, it was pretty hot. It's like 30 degrees some days here in Edmonton, which is very rare, but I can't imagine how hot it must be for you. And let's see. Hello, Peggy Ann. How are you? Oh, Joanne just ordered that one. My orders keep getting hung up in customs. Oh, Joanne, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hi, Shauna. How are you? So a lot of these girls were at my weekend retreat. We got together. Oh my gosh, we got together on the weekend. It had so much fun. We made 8 cards. And I just have to show you this one card before I start, you guys. I apologize now, but I thought this card was hilarious. So my friend Sharon actually designed this one. So at the weekend retreat, we picked 2 stamp sets. We made 4 cards with Cheerful Daisy, 4 cards with Hey Chuck. Hey Chuck is the companion set to the Hey Chick set. So is this supposed to be a rooster? I don't know. I never grew up on a farm, so I am animal challenged, but this is one of the cards we made. You got something to crow about. Happy birthday, and it's supposed to be an outhouse, right? Well, there's your toilet tissue. Is that not hilarious? So today, so the girls got this PDF tutorial. So today on my video earlier, I showed you how to make a similar card, but I used the Crafting With You stamp set, right? Because look at all these little tools. I wanted to make a she shed. This would be, if I could have my own crafting shed in my backyard, it would be bubble bath. I keep wanting to call it bubble gum. But anyway, I just thought I would show you that. That is so cute. So we made one of these on the weekend, and I was so lucky to stamp with 23 of my friends, which was super fun. Okay, let me go here and start stamping, because as you know, I can talk a lot, and if you hear barking, I apologize. That is little Otto. And Shauna, you like it, do you? You like my she shed? Crafting shed? I forget. I think I saw it on a commercial. I just thought that she shed was hilarious. Comment. Pretty funny. Anyway, okay, let's show you how to make this card, because maybe you know how to do shakers and you really only want to watch me for a little bit. Because this is an actual class, and my classes usually take about an hour and a half to 2 hours because we go slow, we go step by step. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, now the people who have already paid for the class and placed their order will get a kit that looks like this. I like to cut and score for them because I like them to have kind of a template, and I don't want them to make a mistake when they're cutting and scoring their card. So if you have one of these kits, this is what it's going to look like. You've got your card base, which I'll show you how to make in a minute. You have 2 pieces of designer series paper, and you need to cut them, what do you call it? Wrong side to wrong side? I don't know. What's the expression? You need to cut them together, because that way when you put them on your card front, they're both facing the right direction. Then you'll have a piece of Lemon Lolly cardstock, a piece of Lemon Lime Twist cardstock, and then I cut 2 squares out of Lemon Lime Twist and Lemon Lolly, and this is 3.5 by 3.5. Same with the Lemon Lolly. Oh my Otto. Oh my Otto. Hopefully you guys can't hear him. And then you'll also have a circle that's been cut with the Stylish Shapes dies. And then a piece of vellum, because I thought the vellum made a really pretty belly band, and it was just really soft and pretty. And then we'll do a little bit of stamping. Okay, so let's show you how to cut this card base. Now in the PDF tutorial, you also get the template. So that's the template that I made. And I went through about 5 different pieces of paper. I almost gave up on this card. My friend Shannon was over here helping me cut for this class. So this was a template I came up with. Can you see all my mistakes? Oh yeah, lots of mistakes were made in making this card, but I think I have it now. So what you want to do, you want to get out a piece of basic white cardstock, and you are cutting it down to 5.5 inches by 11 inches. 5.5 by 11. And I'm just going to move this up because I don't want to lose all these little pieces now. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we need to make a little pencil tick mark halfway. And halfway, half of 11 is 5.5 inches. So let's get my little handy dandy pencil. There we go, and we'll just make a little tick mark here, and I'm just going in the track. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to score from the tick mark down to the bottom corner. Not cut, but score. And I love the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. I think it's the best one on the market because it's really easy to do all these diagonal score lines. And I love fancy fold cards. So I make a lot of them. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's do a nice diagonal score line. Get my little tick mark in there. Okay, so it looks like this. So if you did it right, you can kind of check it because when you fold over your triangle, it should line up with the bottom edge. And same thing over here. Oh, I think I did a pretty good job. Yep, that looks good. So we're making, anybody know what this triangle is called? I have no clue. No clue. I bet you my kids would know though. And then there is a wide open area of your cardstock now, and we're going to line this up at 3 5/8 of an inch. So what I like to do is go to 3.5, and then it's not 3 3/4. It's the kind of longest line in between those two. So you can actually count your tick mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I do that a lot. I don't want to mess up my lines. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to look on this side of the ruler, and again, go to 3 5/8, and then I'm going to score it up. Okay, so there's 3.5. This is 3 5/8. And you'll notice on the paper trimmer blade, see this little dash mark? That's what I'm lining up with my ruler. And then pull it up. And basically what happens is that this line that you scored will connect with the diagonal triangular line that you did. And then we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So hopefully you can see this. I got too many blocks in the way. And then what I'm going to do is count from the bottom. So I want 1, 2, 3 5/8. So 1, 2, 3. I think it's 7 3/8 is what it turns out to be. So 1, 2. I think it's here. I don't know. I'm going for it. Hopefully it's right. Oh, and I cut it again. Darn it. Okay, you want to score it. Double darn. Okay, don't cut it. Luckily, I've got a base done. We'll pretend that there was no cut. Okay, so we're going to score it. Now, the next thing you want to do is we're going to go here. And we're lining it up again at 3 5/8. And we're just going to join, we're just going to score it up to your score line that you've already done. So let's just go up here. There we go. Looks pretty good. And then we have to do the same thing over here. Now, if you want, you can flip it, line it up at 3 5/8 again. And we'll go this way. And then that is your card base. And we'll pretend that there's no cut line here, right? You guys didn't see that. It's imaginary. And then what happens is that you can actually go and just go over all your score lines right now. So we've got our little square with the diagonal score line in it. And then what happens is you need a mountain fold on the left-hand side, a mountain fold on the right-hand side, and then you just take your finger and you push them in like this, fold it over, And this is where you want a bone folder. The ladies got this at my retreat on the weekend. I personalized some bone folders for them. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, can you see how this is sticking out? You just tuck that in. Okay, and your two pieces should meet in the center. And that is it for the card. Now, see how I cut that? That was a boo-boo. A big boo-boo. You know what? I still think I could use this base if I really wanted to, but that's how you make your house card, and the rest is just decorated. So let's put that to the side, and I'm going to start on the inside of my card. So I have a piece of lemon lime twist and lemon lolly cardstock. It is cut at 2 3/4 by 5 3/8, and then I put a little tick mark here at 3.5 inches. And put it in my paper trimmer and just lined it up and chopped off this triangle. Okay, so let's go like this, and I'll show you what you're doing. So you can stamp whatever you want in the center. I'm doing lemons and I'm doing limes. And I'm going to show you where the limes are because it's a little bit tricky to see. Where's the limes? So this set... It was funny. Someone asked me, where's the lime? So the lime image is actually hidden inside the picture when you get your set. So it's a little bit tricky to see. And then at the same time, I'm going to stamp my triangles. Maybe I'll do lemons first. So let's pull out our Daffodil Delight ink. I'll put these together like so. Let's do it so it's not so messy. Now, where's my Daffodil Delight? Of course, it's on the bottom of the pile. Not Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight. And I'm basically making my own designer series paper. So designer series paper is on sale right now. Did you guys know that? It is on sale at 15% off. And the paper I would recommend is this one here. Now I have to look to see what it's called. It's the package that's $34.85. It's a really big package. But it's got a whole bunch of, is it called something eclectic? It's got a whole bunch of designs that match a whole bunch of different stamp sets. And it really matches the So Refreshing stamp set really, really nice. But I used it on my Monday card class, so I didn't have enough left. You know what? Let's go like this. I'm just going to put this one here. I'm just going to go bam, bam, bam. There we go. Done. And then we're going to stamp this one. Now, you don't have to stamp as fast as I am. You can take your time because this is a video and you can just watch it as much as you want, as fast as you want. You can fast forward me. Slow me down. That is a beauty of YouTube, right? And watching videos. Okay, so we got these pieces done. Now we need some limes. So I think I used lemon lime twist. Now you could use lemon lime twist or parakeet party. It's up to you. And I'm pretty sure when I was designing this, I used lemon lime twist because initially I used this paper, but when I put it in here, I didn't like it. I didn't think it didn't go very well. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to design my own paper. Now, did I stamp this the right way? No. Okay, see this? I have to stamp the other side now. Hold on, let me do this one first. Because this is the right way. You want to make sure that you lay your pieces out in your house. And I love this house card design because I think you could do a gingerbread house for Christmas. What else could we do? Gingerbread house. Oh, I had a whole bunch of ideas the other day when I was thinking of things. Could you do like a little animal house, like a dog house? What else could we do with this? You could kind of do a fishing house You know, like a little fishing shack possibly. That might look really fun. But for now, I just thought that I would do my So Refreshing House. And this fits a gift card holder. I think this would be really fun. Now, can you see how light my ink is? I need to use a re-inker and actually re-ink my... I need to re-ink my ink pad. Okay, so I've got these pieces done. Now, this will give you a chance to catch up because you see how I stamped that side? That's the wrong way. So let's do the correct side, right? There's two sides to every paper. And actually with this card, it does matter which side you're using. And, you know, if I goofed up, I would just cut another piece of paper. Paper is very inexpensive. Okay, so I've got that done. Now let's just move this off to the side so I don't put my hand in it. And we're going to glue these down. So I think this is the most fun card of the evening. And I love my liquid glue, but a lot of people like their Stamp and Seal. I don't know where mine is right now. It must be hiding. So feel free to use that too. Use whatever adhesive you like. I like this one because I always put my stuff down crooked, and then it gives me a few seconds of wiggle room to put it down. You can see it's kind of a tight fit based on the score lines. Okay. And then I'll just glue this one down. I think this card would be really fun. Well, with this class, you could actually do this as a class. You can have like lemon pound cake, lemon flavored candies. I brought back these really fun candies from Norway. And I've been eating them a lot. I did give some away as gifts, so I didn't keep them all for myself. But they're very addictive. So maybe I should give the rest away because I keep grabbing them. I think that they're like MOAN candy, something like that. The lemon ones are delicious. Now, I wanted to alternate my triangles. So I'm putting one here and then one here, just to create a little bit of interest on my card. Okay, and then we'll do the lemon lime twist pieces here. There we go. And I think that's looking pretty nice. What do you think? See, it comes together pretty quick. Now you could put a strip of designer series paper down here. You could stamp some more lemons. You could do some limes. You could maybe include like a drink mixture, a lemonade mixture pouch inside here. It fits a gift card really nicely. I just think it's really fun. And then when you fold it together, maybe I should, is that glued down correctly? Let it dry for a second. You just need to fold in one side, fold in the other side, and then you have this front part. Okay, so we're now going to put the designer series paper down. The measurement's exactly the same. 1 3/4 by 5 3/8. Make your tick mark at 3 1/2. And then you just line up the point in the track of the trimmer and cut down at an angle. Okay, and let me see where my paper went. There it is. Okay, and let's make sure I've got my angles right. Hopefully I don't need to trim anything. What is your favorite color out of the new color refresh colors? So what do we have for those? We have lemon lolly, that azure afternoon, bubble bath, berry burst. We sort of had that before. What's another new one? Have we had lemon lime twist before? Is that a returning color? I can't even remember. I know Lost Lagoon was. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the color refresh colors. I love playing with new colors. I think it's super fun. Okay, so there we go. We have 2 cards completed. And I gave you too much vellum. Now I just cut, what is this, like 1.5 inches, and I gave you too much. So what we're gonna do is, wonder what I did with my Stamp and Seal is missing right now. So I'll just use my tear and tape adhesive. And I need to cut off about 1 inch, I think. Okay, let's put this about here. And we'll get my take your pick tool. This is the best tool in the whole catalog. And then we're going to fold this over. I don't want it too tight. And then you can see the vellum. You can see my adhesive through the vellum, but I'm going to be covering it up with that. So let's just get a pair of scissors. We'll use my little paper snips. Ta-da! All better. All fixed. Okay, now what happened to my belly band? Ooh, here it is. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I am going to stamp the outline image of the set. And I guess I should show you, the one thing I love about the set is you get 1, 2, 3 sentiments. You get 1 picture image, you get a glass image, and then you have the filler images, so you can color the contents of your jug. And then you get a couple flowers. You get the branch or the stem, an outline flower image, and an inside filler image. And then you get a slice of either lemons, limes, could be oranges, citrus, and then you get lemons or limes down here. And you get ice cubes. Like, how fun is that? Seriously, this is such a great set. And then in this one, you get a nice blanket. You get some leaf images. You get strawberries. Oh, I made this the other day. Look at that. Isn't that darling? So these are the strawberries, and these are the little strawberry toppers. And then you have ice cubes as well. So you got lots of fun little pieces in the dies. So that's why I think this set is so fun. Okay, let me go and stamp. Here we go. So Shauna, you like lemon lolly, okay? Yeah, I do too. I think it's one of my new favorite colors. I hear some paper being eaten on the floor. I might have to check in on Otto to see what mischief he has gotten into. Let's see, Otto, what are you eating? He loves to go in my garbage, and he loves to eat paper scraps. So, oh, look at he's eating. This is definitely not dog food. He is eating my sponge dauber. I think that's a no. That's not very good to feed a dog a sponge dauber. What do you guys think? That's almost puppy abuse. Okay, here we go. We're going to stamp off onto some scrap paper. And I'm going to stamp inside my picture. And that's going to give me a lighter shade of the Daffodil Delight. And then I need to stamp myself a set of lemons, 2 limes, and I'm going to stamp thank you. So do I have thank you on a block yet? I don't think so. Let's go like this. And the thank you is actually thank you kindly. But I didn't want thank you kindly. I just wanted plain old thank you. So what I did was take a Post-it note. Now I had bright blue Post-it notes, so, you know, I wouldn't lose them. And I lost it. So let's get another Post-it note. Let's see what I got first. Here's a Post-it note. Ta-dum! Okay, and I just want thank you. So there's enough space to easily mask off the word that says kindly, and then I'll just go tap, tap, tap. Remember to pull off your Post-it note before you stamp. And then we'll just stamp on here like this. And again, this is on Lemon Lolly cardstock. And then one thing I really love to do is to take a pencil, and I love to lightly trace my words that I'm cutting out. And I find that just helps me to create a really nice shape for them. If I freehand it, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always look that nice. And let's just go like this. So it doesn't take long. And again, you don't have to do this. If you want a rectangle, you make a rectangle. When I do card kits for people, they are ideas of what you can do. But you know, if you love to create, I would love to see what you make. I get very, very excited about other people's creations. Okay, what do you think? Yay or nay? Okay, now with this one, I also stamped off my lemon. So I've got the outline lemon image. Oh, this one's going to be full strength. Okay, and then we've got the inside filler image for the lemons. I need to stamp off. Let's get this over here. I have to clean up my station a little bit or I can't find my stuff. Okay, stamp off. So that gives you a lighter shade. Some people call this second generation stamping. I just say stamp off. Just stamp off. Okay, and then we'll get 2 limes. And see, we're almost done our first card already. That is taking a little bit long, but I think I talked a little bit too much, right? So feel free to watch the replay. Put in the comments if you watched it, what you think about my card. Hopefully it's interesting enough that you will join me next month. Okay, and I'm going to use my dies. So I have 2 slimes and I have 1 lemon, and I'm using my mini Stamp and Cut and emboss machine. Now, there's Otto again. What would I ever do? My life would be so boring if I did not have a puppy to bark and cause me grief and, you know, eat my sponge daubers. Okay, let's feed this through. And there we go. I'll just set this down here. And I really want to put this back onto my magnetic sheet because my biggest fear is losing one of these little pieces. Especially these little strawberry toppers. Right? They're so cute. Okay, now. Oh, I found my Stampin' Seal. It fell on the floor. You know, what I'm going to do first of all is let's put our some adhesive on the back. And I have a little piece of Parakeet Party. Or no, this is Lemon Lime Twist ribbon. So I'm just going to cross it a little bit, stick it onto the back like this. And then I'm going to use some Tear and Tape adhesive. And we'll attach that to my cardstock piece. There we go. Let's go like this. Okay. And that will just secure that. And then we're just going to glue on my 2 limes. And if you've got your kit and you're stamping with me and you need me to slow down, just put it in the comments. I just think since it's the first time, many of you will probably just watch the replay to make these cards. And also let me know what you think of the cards. Are they fun? This fancy fold may be a little tricky at first, but like I said, once you make a template, it's not too bad. Okay, there we go. So that is my element for the center of my card. And then I think I'm just going to attach this with dimensionals as well. You can glue it down flat if you want. This way, if I put it on Cricut, I just pull off the dimensionals, so it's really easy to fix. Okay, I'll put this together, and then I'll go check the comments to see if anybody has any questions. So that is card number 1. And yeah, with this, I think it almost looks like a little beach hut. I almost want someone to have a swimming suit, a surfboard. I don't know. I think you can do a whole bunch of fun things. Hello, Kim. Do you like this fancy fold? Oh, you like the she shed from earlier. Fantastic. Happy you like my she shed. I know. So I have to make more samples with this design and more samples with the she shed design. I do love my fancy folds. I usually have one in every class. I try to do easy ones though, so that you guys will come back and stamp with me again. Okay, card number 1 is done. Now the next one is not a fancy fold. It's just a really fun little shaker card. And shaker cards, I think, are a great reminder of how to step up a card without it being too hard. And I added a bit of a technique in here. So I'm going to pull in my grid paper. And I'm getting ready for my Christmas in July class. I was starting to design one of the cards earlier today. And hopefully I'll finish it today or tomorrow. I was hoping to have it done tonight to show you guys, but it just didn't happen. Okay, so let's open this up. Now, I just grabbed an envelope from the dollar store. Stampin' Up! Sells really pretty ones, but we can't expedite to Canada right now. So it would probably take me 2 weeks to get my envelopes in. So I had to use dollar store one. So sad. And then my friend Shannon helped me die cut these the other day. So all we did was use a stylish shapes die and cut out a square from our basic white cardstock. And then I want to add a little bit of color on here. So, oh my, which blending brush should I use? I think I use this one. That looks like the right color, right? So I wanted nice, bright, cheery colors for summer. So I did, I think, Parakeet Party and Tahitian Tide. So these are in colors that will be around. They stay for 2 years when they come out. And then they get switched out for, a different color. Stampin' Up! Lets us have it for 2 years. Okay, so you're just going to lightly pick some up, tap it off. And because it's such a strong color, I'm going to be very careful when applying this, because I do not want a big blob of Tahitian Tide in my sky. And I'm going to go over the edge a little bit with a heavier hand. Oh, a little too heavy at the top. It didn't tap off enough, but that's okay. It'll still look really pretty when I'm all done. And I'm going down about 2/3. I'm just going to create a nice little background for my picnic blanket. There we go. A picnic blanket. This reminds me, did anybody ever see those Yogi Bear cartoons? I'm probably dating myself now, but that's what it reminds me of. Okay, Parakeet Party. Bam. Let's do the next one. So Parakeet Party, I've got a different blending brush. You can wash these, but my suggestion is, why would you want to? I like to have like a green one, a blue one, a red one, a pink one. And then I went and got some little mini blending brushes, just in case I had a little smaller area that I wanted to color. I actually like these little guys. They're cute. They're cute, and they're small, and they're petite. And I don't know. I really like them, actually. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Now, if you wanted, you could, get a stamp and make some grass on there. I didn't bother. I just thought, you know what, let's just focus on this beautiful card. Okay, so of course, if you live in North America, the measurements for a slimline card are 7 by 8.5, scored at 3.5. And then what I'm going to do is glue this Tahitian Tide cardstock down first. Now I cut this down 1/8 of an inch less. Oh, Kim, you know what Yogi Bear is. Oh, yay. Or who Yogi Bear is. Yes, Boo Boo. I used to love that. I grew up in a very small town, so we had 2 channels growing up. We had CBC and CTV, and that was it. So when I used to come home from school, I would love to watch cartoons, and I still to this day love cartoons. In fact, my son and I went to go see the new Spider-Man movie not too long ago in Coquitlam, and it was awesome. I loved it. Okay, are you following me with your kit so far? Card base, glue on your Tahitian tide. We've already sponged our background, created our nice sky out of basic white cardstock. Now we're going to do the shaker card part. Now, before I put my shaker card down, I really wanted to get my sentiment in the right spot. So I'm going to put this, let's stamp this one. Time spent together is the sweetest. Isn't that nice? Okay, I like actually inking up my stamps upside down. I find I get better coverage, and then I don't tend to rock it. Do not rock and roll your stamps, or you will be sad. Because then you catch an edge. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Let's lay this down for a second so it's not moving all over the place. And then what I'm going to do is add adhesive on the back, wiggle it in here, and then I've got perfect placement for my sentiment. And again, I'm using my liquid glue because I have wiggle room. Just doing it to be nice. And I guess I could have sponged, you know, the blue and the green on here as well, but I didn't. Could have, would have, should have, didn't. Okay, now to create the shaker part, we're going to fold this over, and I've given everybody a window sheet. I am going to move this out of the way, and I am just going to add some Stampin' Seal around the edge of my window. And get it here. And then we'll put our window sheet down. So I've cut it so it just fits and you can't see it on the edge of your cardstock. If you can, just use your paper snips and trim it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is build sort of a wall for your shaker pieces to go in. So I should have given you some foam adhesive strips. I love these. So we're just going to put 4. Don't put it super close to the edge of the window or else you will see it on the other side when you go to peek through your card. I don't really want to see it, so we'll just go on the opposite side of the stitches. And then we'll do this. And what this is going to do is it creates a place for your sequins to live without them falling all over the place. So you do not want any holes in between your wall. We'll call it a wall. You want to make sure that there's no spaces. You've got them nudged up against each other. And then with this extra piece here, we can actually go like this. I'm going to add it on this side to kind of support my shaker card. I'll add this piece here. And I was just going to show you what the shaker or what the adhesive strips actually look like. They come in a package like this. And you get 3 sheets of them. So they're foam adhesive strips. They're not that expensive. I probably could have given you a little more foam adhesive because I really wanted to support this a bit more, but my other card, I didn't bother, so it should be fine. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. Put this back. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to peel this off first. Peel off all the backings. And then I'll show you how I like to put my shaker pieces in. I'm sure most of you have made shaker cards and you're thinking, oh, this is so easy. Yeah, it is. You know what I think with that Hey Chuck stamp set? I think you could make like a little chicken coop with a little chicken peeking out of the window. I think that would be super fun. Can you tell I really liked Hey Chuck? I thought it was so fun. Now, I know not everybody likes chickens or roosters, but I like them on cards. I love my critter cards. Ooh, and I've given you a bag with some of these shaker pieces in here. So I think we'll just empty this out. Well, we'll try to empty it out here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. And then we're going to pick it all up and push it into the center of our sentiment image. Make a nice little pile. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over like so. And then we're going to carefully put this down. Now, once it's down, it's really hard to move. So make sure you're happy with where you're placing it. And then we're going to go over with your thumb, finger, whatever you're using to make sure that you're sealing up the shaker pieces. And it's good to go. Ta-da! Isn't that easy peasy? And then the next thing we're going to do is attach the blanket, because I've already die cut that for you. And then we'll do a little bit of stamping. So, you know, not too hard. And like I said, if I'm going too fast, just stop and watch, grab a drink, catch up on the next card. And then when you're stamping along with me next time, if I'm going too fast, I'll definitely slow down. Let's see some of the comments. Nancy Proft is here. Hello, Nancy. So Nancy, I was looking at your baby bird picture. Do you still have baby birds at your house that you put on Facebook? That looks so cute. Do you like this, Kathy? Thank you. Shauna, you like this? Thank you. Thank you very much, friends. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! So, of course, this frame, I think, really sets off your shaker card. And this was just created with 2 of the dies from the Stylish Shape Stuffs. That's how we made the frame. And then now, this big piece of paper, I probably gave you too much paper, but it's going to be for all our stamping. Ooh, I'm checking Karen's comment. So she likes Azure Afternoon. She thinks, ooh, that house could be a lemonade stand. Birdhouse. Ooh, that's a good one. Hello, Cheryl. It looks like a what? Oh, it looks like a cool card. Okay, I am not going to repeat what I thought that said. I'll tell you after when it's not on a video. I thought you were referring to a different name for a rooster. Okay, there we go. Cool card. Thank you, thank you. You got to try the house card, though. I love the house card. Okay, so what do we need for this? So this is kind of a fun card because I've used most of the pieces. And I'm going to show you how to stamp the flowers this time. So we have the lemonade. And I need the glass image. Now, one thing I haven't played with, I tried to die cut it, but we have like a little die cut water bottle, which is kind of cool. But I cut it out, but I don't know. I didn't have time to play with it. Okay, so we need 2 glasses. And then we need 3 lemons, not limes this time. 3 lemon slices and 3 lime slices. Okay, let me clean this up. Okay, this is Parakeet Parties. We got to clean that really quick. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. See, it doesn't take long. Okay, what else didn't I clean? I think I'm good. There we go, and we'll put that back. Okay, so what did I say? We need some lemons. I think I need to re-ink my ink pad. So we need 1, 2, 3, 1 set of lemons. Then we also need, I'll do this after. We need some petal pink. lemonade. I wanted pink lemonade this time, so I'm using petal pink. Although after I designed the other cards, I thought, ooh, berry burst would have been really pretty with this as well. But this was the first card I did before I went to Coquette Lemon. Then I came back and went, oh, I forgot to design my card class, my virtual card class. But you know what? I truly stamp best under pressure. And when I don't think about it, I can design lots of cards. Okay, what do you think? Isn't that cute? Now, there's one other thing I need to stamp. We need the I want to call it a branch. It's a stem, the flower stem. So I need a block. So let's get rid of this. Thank you kindly. I'll put this away. And we'll get the branch. And then I'm going to stay with the same color. So I think I used Parakeet Party for the ground. So let's keep going with that. Now this is really interesting because this branch, can you see the shape of a flower? So the flower image does fit into the stem. If you don't line it up correctly, it doesn't die cut very well. And honestly, I have about a 50% success ratio with this. I think I just need to sit down and play with it a bit more. Okay, let me clean this because we're going to need this for the next card. Now, I'm not doing the outline for these flowers. I'm simply doing the kind of inside filler image for my flowers. So make sure that you're using the right one. What I mean by that is that this is the outline, this is the inside. It's more solid, so I'm using the more solid one. I'm going to close up my petal pink because I almost gave us petal pink flowers, which would be cute, but it wouldn't give much contrast. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is that this flower here has the 5 petals. I'm trying to get it to line up in here. Wish me luck. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, this one goes, I think it goes like this. And you know what? If it doesn't work, it's just paper. I just cut another one. Oh, not bad. Oh, I'm a little bit off. See how I'm a little off right here? Let's see how it die cuts. Because, you know, this is a handmade card. It's made with love. And I'm sure if I give it to my friend, she's not going to say, oh my gosh, you are 1/8 of an inch off on die cutting that flower. Right? And if they do, that'd be the last card she gets. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, what have we got here? So let's get our dies and go like this. Now, will it line up? If it doesn't line up, oh, it does line up. Then you just have to, if it doesn't line up, you just fussy cut it with your scissors. Okay, I think I'm like way off with this. Okay, let's push it up a bit. Hold on. It's got to catch. So what you want to do is you want to alternate the plates a little bit. Let's see if this will catch this time. If not, I'm getting my big one out. No, there we go. And Stampin' Up! Actually sent all the demonstrators a picture of how the plates should be. So they can't be lined up perfectly. If they're a little offset, then they feed through the little mini embossing machine a little bit better. I don't know why. It just works that way. Okay, let's just snip this. Now, when I do my videos during the day, I do have this all pre-done for you, but I just thought if you're stamping along with me, you won't have it done, and then I'll be way ahead. Okay, so if anybody sees a really cool card design of a fancy fold they want me to try make, send it my way. Nothing makes me happier than getting a cool card design and figuring it out. And this weekend, it is Canada Day on July the 1st. And then on July the 4th, It's the US holiday, right? I believe. So I have no plans this weekend other than designing some cards. I actually have no classes, which is shocking. And no videos, so I've got some time to play. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, let's see. I got one more lemon. Let's put these here. And then we're ready to roll. Looks like I could just move this over. Now, can you see how it's shifting? Normally what I do is I take a Post-it note and put a Post-it note over this so it doesn't shift. But I'm just going to wing it tonight. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you use a Post-it note, it's a great way to keep your pieces from slipping. And Post-it notes are very inexpensive as well to use. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, I still have one more glass. Okay, you know what I'm doing for this glass? Okay. It's the imaginary stamp and cut and emboss machine. Oh yeah. We're just pretending that I'm rolling it through. Oh my gosh, that turned out so good. What a great little embossing machine. Okay, I just didn't feel like putting it through again. Ta-dam! The magic of TV. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's put this down. We'll put these two down. I got to put my dies back, though. I've lost so many dies over the years. Oh, crazy. And then most of my stuff goes into my buy one, get one free sale at the end of the year, so I don't like having missing pieces. Okay, let's see here. I'm ready to put this together. Canada Day. Yeah, July. Yeah, on the 4th of July. Thank you, Kim. What are you guys doing? Are you guys doing anything special on Canada Day or July 4th? I actually got invited to a party on July 1st. I'm going to go for a little bit with my daughter. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Unfortunately, we cannot take little Otto because he has a barking problem. It would scare everybody. But we're working with him. So maybe one day he'll be just the perfect little puppy. He's only a year and a month. So he's got a long ways to go. I remember my first dog, it took about 2 years before he was a well-behaved puppy. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of setting my little picnic scene. We're going to put some lemon slices in my pitcher. The other fun technique I think would work really well with this set would be, you know, having a clear vase, coloring the back of the vase with a blue blend so that you're kind of coloring the glass almost. I think we did that already for a technique this year, so I didn't want to repeat it. I always like new techniques, new things. Okay, now we're just going to attach that, and then we'll add a lemon on the frame, and that's it. That's not too bad. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I just had to say that. I couldn't help myself. Okay, there we go. And let's just peel this off. Now, I have some bad news, though. I was going to do my Easy Stamping 1, 2, 3 tomorrow at 7:30, but I forgot it's games night. So I'm going to come on at 1 and, well, probably 1. Maybe I'll do it at noon tomorrow, my Easy Stamping 1, 2, 3, and we'll see what kind of card we create. Because I have to do games night. I love games night. And I have so many prizes. I do them a couple times a year. And let me just do this, turn off the volume. How did it get back in my room today? Normally I put it outside of my room. Okay, what do you guys think? Now the only thing I think that would make this a little better is to add a little doodad. Let's add a little bling. And I've been collecting a lot of embellishments. Stampin' Up! Has come up with some really fun ones. Like, look at all these, right? You guys seen these yet? Adhesive back sparkle gems. Ooh, the butterflies would have looked nice on here. Ooh, I got a lot. And then look, there's this one. Oh, there's this one. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. So lots of different choices, but I think the butterfly would have been a better choice. Okay, card number 2, done. Ta-da! Okay, now let's move on to the technique card. So you have to have an embossing gun. You have to have Versamark pad and white embossing powder. Now, if you don't, you can still make your card, and you would just stamp it, you know, with just ink and paper, put it in your card, and I think it would still look cute. But if you want to do the technique card, and I'll show you in a second, but I forgot to say, you know what you could do? You could stamp your envelopes, right? And do pink lemonade with one of the cards. Oh, no, you need the long envelope for the pink lemonade card. Yeah, I think I'll do that after. You guys can stamp that, though, right? Okay, let's get this ready. And I am just very quickly going to take my little Simply chamois that I've cut into 4 pieces because I like to grab it, pick it up, and get in there really good. Now, what some demos do is they just have one big one and they just go like this. I don't know. I like picking it up. And then I do have one Simply chamois that is really in one big piece, and then I have one chopped up in 4 pieces. Okay, now when you open your envelope this time, you want to really watch for this little piece because it's just teeny. I have used the tailored tag dies, and I have used brand new vellum that Stampin' Up! Has. At least I think it's new this year. Or did it carry over? I don't know. It's like a vellum. What's it called here? You get it. It is called Vellum Basics. And you get some polka dotted vellum. You get some vellum that looks like leaves. And then there is I think a striped pattern. Boy, I'm creating quite a mess behind me. Okay, let's go like this. Let's get rid of this yellow. Got the dull delight. I'm going to move these ink pads out of the way. Now I need a Versamark ink and white embossing powder and a toolkit. So my white embossing powder is in here. So let's put that there. My Versamark ink is in here. And then we're ready for the technique. Now, where did I put our nice little technique card? It's right here. And you should have 2 pieces of vellum for the technique. So we'll set that aside. And we'll do that in a second. The first thing we're going to do is attach our tag together. So it's already been cut out with the tailored tag dies. I'm just going to put a little bit here. And you want to strategically place it so that it will be hidden with your urn or your pitcher. And when you die cut this piece, it automatically puts a little slit in it so you can feed your flowers inside. Isn't that great? I was pretty excited about that, I have to say. Okay, so you can attach those 2 together. And then I am going to add just a little bit of adhesive right around here. And we're going to just attach that to my tag, to the vellum tag. And then I should have given you a little bit of Parakeet Party ribbon. So I'm just going to fold that in half. So the folded part, we're just going to feed it through the hole of your tag. There we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I've got these 2 ends. We're just going to push it through the loop and then gently pull it, and then your tag is done. Ta-da! Now I have already embossed this Parakeet Party layer with our brand new embossing folders. So these are part of the online exclusives. The online exclusives, you have to go to our stamping store to check out what there is. So I highly recommend these basic 3D embossing folders. You get 3 designs. There's one that kind of stamps with a flower, one that's sort of a cross pattern, and then this one is polka dots. They're, I believe, $41. Or are they $46? Something like that. And then I'm so excited on July 6th because the online exclusives will be available for customers. And we've got a brand new truck stamp set and punch coming. I signed up for Creativity Now, which was a Stampin' Up event. That's one of the perks of having a demo numbers. You get to attend exclusive Stampin' Up events. And I got to see the Stampin' Die. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. It's super cute. And it's coming. Oh, good. You like it. Do you, Karen? Thank you. Thank you. I'm just checking to see if there's any questions. Melody. Oh, games night is tomorrow, Melody. I'm so sorry. There's no way to get you the stuff to you. Hello, Gail. How are you? Let's see. Melody says, I get to help clear out a 100-year-old farmhouse. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I should feel sorry for you. I don't know if that sounds like fun to me, but I'm sure your daughter will appreciate it. And Kim is going to a family cookout and swimming. Oh my goodness. I haven't been to a lake or anything in I don't know how many years. Because growing up in Manitoba, that's what we used to do when I was younger. We would just drive out to a lake and swim. That was it. It was great. I haven't really done that since I moved to Alberta. You have nice lakes, but Manitoba has really big lakes, Okay, so what did I do? So I've glued my Parakeet Party layer onto my Parakeet Party card base. I have attached my basic white layer. Now, if that's too much white for you, stamp some lines all over it, whatever you want. Stamp some flowers. I just found it needed to pop a little bit, which is why I added some white. And I'm just going to add my tag onto my card base. You can use dimensionals if you want. Okay, let's go like this. Okay, that's the card. So I've got there's not much left to do with this. Let's see, now where did I have my 2 vellum pieces? We're going to do this at the same time. So step 1. Stamp your image on vellum with Versamark ink. Now this set is a little tricky because we have to do it in 2 steps. And I'll show you why in a second. Let's get out my little embossing toolkit. Ta-da! I actually got this. Look at that case. How fun is that case, right? Can't remember where I got it now. I think it was Stella and Dot. Last year? It wasn't in COVID. I don't know. You know how we all used to shop like crazy in COVID because there was nothing to do? I did go a little crazy, I have to admit, on some items. Okay, so step 1, we're going to stamp our stem in Versamark ink and emboss it in white. But I took my embossing buddy and went over the vellum first, and it's actually an anti-static tool. And when it just helps give you a clear image when you emboss. Because then all the little embossing powder particles should stick to your vellum image. And if I hold this up at the light, can you guys see it's shiny? Okay, and then let's get my tweezers. You got to squeeze them. I think they're called reverse tweezers or something. Anyway, I love these. They just make me happy. Okay, and I'm going to put this onto my clipboard. I actually have a really good clipboard. I just went to the dollar store and put... Oh, I missed a piece. Missed a part. Dollar store and put some tin foil on it. And that's what I usually use for embossing. Except for my videos, I have this little embossing station that a friend gave me for my birthday last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't know. It was a really handy gift, though, I have to say. Okay, here we go. And now I'm just going to heat this up with my heat tool, and then we'll do the flowers. Because you have to be able to see where the flowers need to go. So with your Stampin' Up! Heat tool, put it on the highest level, We'll see if my heat tool lasts. It's on its last legs, I think. It kind of overheats once in a while. So I'm just keeping it in one spot until I can see the powder melting. Can you guys see it melting now? There it is. Come on. There you go. Halfway there. I guess I could have done this ahead of time for you guys, but if you're stamping along with me, you would be doing this at the same time. Okay. I don't know why that one seemed to go so fast. Maybe because the gun is hot. Okay, so now that these are done, we can actually see where we're going to stamp our flower image. So that's why we had to do it in 2 steps. Now, can you see this little bit of powder? I should have flicked it off a bit more, but that's okay. Now, this time we're not using the solid image. We want the outline flower image. We want this one. So let's switch this out because I want to be able to color using my water painter and my inks on vellum. Okay, so now we will get our Versamark ink again. And you're matching up this flower that's kind of at the bottom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. I think I'm just going to go for it. Hope for the best. And I'm lining it up in here. Yeah, we'll see. If it didn't work, I'll just cut more vellum. Not a big deal. Now, I did forget to use my embossing buddy, so wish me luck. Oh, you know what? That turned out actually not terrible. That turned out not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, here we go. So this is the last card tonight. Okay. Now let's put this on here again. We will turn that heat tool on and get this embossed as well. Down. Just hold it in one place till it heats up. There it goes. I think it takes a while to heat up for some reason. This is really old, this poor gun. It's got to be at least, I don't know, I'd say 8 years maybe. And if you're wondering where the white embossing powder is in the catalog, it's sold in a package of 3 now. I believe there's black and clear embossing powder. I think it's $21 and you get 3 bottles of powder. I personally like it when it was single. I could just buy the color I wanted. I tend to use white and clear the most out of it, anything, I would say. Okay, and now the next thing we're going to do is get yourself a little bit of water, or you can take a water painter. Stampin' Up! Sells them in a 3-pack. I lost my lid somewhere. I have no clue where I put it. Oh, never mind. It's here. And then what you can actually do is you can fill this chamber with water. And then once it's filled with water, you can just squeeze it a little bit. Oops, didn't want to do that. Squeeze it a little bit, and then you can color your ink onto your vellum. But I find it just as easy for this technique to just use a little tiny bit of water, and then we'll color. And I'll show you what to do. So there's 2 ways to do this. Step 1, squeeze the ink pad, and it leaves a pool of ink on here. Now, if you don't like squeezing the ink pad, you can just take a clear block, touch it against your stamp pad, and then pick up the color this way. And then what we're doing is we're just adding it to our vellum flowers, and then it will dry. But we want it to be like a strong strong color. Don't wash it out too much because it will dry a little bit lighter. And I'm trying not to go over the, I don't want to go over the embossed area. I just want to go on the vellum. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Oh, I missed a petal. Yeah, this little flower petal. And then I think the rest are leaves. I don't know. Let's see. I should use the fine tip water painter. Okay, so that's done. We'll just set that aside. You can see I don't have a lot of water on there. If you do, you can just dab it off with a tissue. You can use a paper towel. And I'll get this petal down here. And then these petals. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now let's clean this off, and then we'll do the same thing with Parakeet Party. And we'll go over the leaves. And I've already squeezed the ink pad, so let's just see if I have enough here. I think it's kind of light. Needs, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that nice pool of ink. See, where is this water coming from? That's a good question. It's got a little bit of color down here. And it just adds a pop of color. So I think it's really pretty. Really pretty technique, not hard. Easy peasy. And I think that's it. Okay, now I'm wondering if I have a tissue, if I can actually wipe this off. And I have some paper towel. So let's just see, because I got it right here. So Melody, if you want, get on my newsletter list, and then that's where I share my upcoming classes, like games night. And then I'll try to make sure I invite you to the next one if you're interested. The next one I have, because they are super fun. Super fun games night. That's what we should call it. Okay. And we'll just cut these out really quickly. And then a sentiment, and then we're all done. So that's pretty quick. It's quicker than I thought it would be. Okay, we'll just put this down. Let's put this over here. And I like doing 2 technique pieces, and then I pick the one that looks the best and put it on my card, and then the other one goes on my technique card. Now, I actually don't like dabbing off the ink like I showed you, because it kind of goes on the white embossed area a little bit. But it's still okay. Okay, so we're just going to spread the urn a little bit. We're just going to feed through the flowers. And I'm just going to secure it with some tear and tape adhesive. Or you can, use your stamp and seal. Use whatever you have. There's no right or wrong way to make this card. And then we're going to pop this up with some mini dimensionals. Let's go 1, 2, 3. We're not putting any on the vellum just in case it shows through. I don't know if it would. Maybe it won't. This is going to go in my technique card. And, it actually would fit. Oh, it would fit right on here. Maybe I'll die cut that out, put this on here, and then put it in my binder. That would be a good idea, right? Okay, and then you should have a little scrap of paper left. And this one is going to say, happy birthday, right? So if you have a friend who doesn't like lemonade, you can send her a bouquet of flowers on a card. It will last forever, doesn't die. Best gift ever, made with love. Right? That's the one thing I do love about card making. I know I'm kind of joking, but seriously, So nice, isn't it? When you get a handmade card in the mail. So I'm a little behind on my birthday cards. I have to send some. It's terrible. I find I always fall behind in June. Okay, see, it looks better when I do make a shape, right? Because I kind of free-handed that. I don't think it looks as nice. Or use a die. I could have used one of these stylish shapes dies. They have a nice little square that would have cut this out. I don't know. I seem to be doing a lot of free-handing around the sentiments. And it seems to be working for me, so I'll just do that. Which is very unusual because I don't like fussy cutting. I barely ever fussy cut. Okay, so let's get a couple of dimensionals. 1, 2. Where's my picker tool? I actually use this all the time for dimensionals. It's faster, and then look, you pick and flick. Pick and flick. There we go. That's my rhyme of the day. Pick and flick. There we go. And you know what? That's bugging me. It's flopping around too much. So let's grab a glue dot, because I think I should be able to hide it behind the embossed flowers. Oh, I have one left. We're going to put it strategically behind the embossed area. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Okay, so has anybody been stamping along with me tonight? Or will you try one of these cards? And which card are you going to try? Which one do you like the best that I showed you tonight? So what have we got? Let's clean this up. So we can actually take a look at the cards for the technique, the So Refreshing Technique card class. So we made this one. We made our shaker card. And then my personal favorite was the one done by Bridget, I think it was Keeling. I'm sorry if she watches this replay and I'm saying her name wrong. I do apologize. Let's see here. So Kim, I always enjoy your videos. Thank you so much, Kim, for watching. And Melody, it's so nice to see you. I'd really like to appreciate it if to get on your newsletter list. Okay, Melody, I will just add you to my newsletter list. And Melody, if you are not doing anything October 21st, I don't know if you're free for the retreat, but we're doing another retreat in person at Providence Renewal House again. So you are more than welcome to join us if you want to come to that. And the next Crafting Crew Stamp Night is the first Friday of the month. And I think I've answered all the comments. Like number 3 the best. Oh, isn't that interesting, Karen? See, I love getting to know. I love getting to know what people like the best, because for me, I loved the fancy fold. This one was kind of fun, slimline card, but this was not my favorite. But you know what? It's a cute card. It's a fun technique. It's pretty easy to do. Everybody can do it. But I do love the fact that the die cuts a little slit in the vase and you can just slide your flowers into that. I thought that was really brilliant and smart of Stampin' Up. And I think they have super great projects. So if you guys want to join me next month, you are more than welcome to. I'll come on YouTube and Facebook again. If you live in Canada and you want the kits, you can place a $35 order and get the kits. I should be designing for it, I think, next week. And it's going to be Little Monkeys next month. And 2, if you get the kits and you don't like monkeys, I'll substitute some zoo-proof critters, right? There's always something that you can use that will be fun. So change it up. And then if you change it, make sure you share what you make, because I love seeing what you guys make, because half the time you are a better stamper than I am. And I love to see what everybody creates. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Canada Day and a wonderful July 4th as well. Thanks for joining me. Bye.